Hi, I'm Beth. Welcome to the fourth video in the Daily Lunch Special series. These are short videos designed to be uplifting and energizing that you can do anytime, anywhere. You don't need a mat. You can be in your office space, you can be in some other space. I do recommend taking off your shoes. We usually don't use props. Today I do have a yoga block. You can grab a book. We just want something to press our hands together. It's not necessary, but it's going to add a little bit to the balance pose we're going to do in a few minutes. So I'm going to set the block aside. Let's come to standing. Stand on evenly as possible on both feet. And if you'd like to have a little bit of a wider stance, feet outside the hip width, that's fine too. We're going to do a variation on a breath pattern called the breath of joy. I'll show you slowly at first, and then we'll do it a little bit more rapidly to help with the energizing effects. So it's going to be 3 short in-breaths, in, and then an out-breath with a ha. And there's arm movements to go to this pattern. So the movements will be cross the arms in. You can cross whatever arm on top. Exhale, second inhale, open the arms out. Third inhale, reach the arms up. And then on your ha breath, push your hands down and back. I'm going to step a little away from my wall to do this. I'll show you one more time slow. So it'll be in, ha. All right. Are you ready? I'm going to step even a little further away from my wall. So we'll do that maybe about 10 times. I might lose count, or enough to start feeling the energy flow a little bit. All right, here we go. In, ha. In, ha. In, ha. In, ha. In, ha. In, ha. In, a few more, in, one more. All right, then let your arms come to your side. Take a moment to feel. You might feel some shift in the energy. You might feel some tingling throughout your body. We'll take the feet a little bit wider than, even if you had them hip width apart, a little bit wider than that. Not a huge wide, but a little bit of a mini straddle stance. And we'll stretch laterally. Laterally is the side of our body. It can feel really good if we're sitting all day to stretch in this direction. And we'll add a little bit of breath to help with this too. So let's start by, I'll mirror you. Raise your right hand up. Breathe in tall. And then as you exhale, start to bend over to your left. Your left hand can just slide naturally down your leg. It's fine to let your hip kick out a little bit in the opposite direction. Maybe you lean a little bit more. Now, if you have a desk or chair here, it's fine to put your hand on the desk or chair for support. All right, one more breath, reaching a little bit more. And then on your next exhale, come up and we'll switch sides. All right, breathe in, left arm up, tallness. So breathing to that space between your ribs, your intercostals. Exhale and reach. Continue to breathe as you're here. Reaching, maybe you let the hips slide out a little bit. See how that feels in your body. Breathe and reach. And next exhale, rise up. We'll do that one more time each side. This time we're going to add the element of a heel lift. So same arm as heel. Reach up your your right arm and lift your right heel up. So keep your heel up as you start to bend to your left. So same thing as before. Reach out with the fingertips. Get that length way down past your armpit into your side ribs. Maybe you feel it all the way down into your waist. One more breath, and then on the next exhale, press that right heel down and see if that makes any difference for your stretch. For me, I felt it a little bit more into my side waist when I did that. Take a breath in. Next exhale, rise back up, and we'll repeat that on the other side. So again, raise your left arm. This time, raise your left heel as well. Breathe and stretch to the side. Breathe into that space that you've created by stretching laterally. Breathe in again, and then on your next exhale, press your heel back into the floor. See if you notice anything with that. One more long breath. And then exhale and release. Come to tall. You can take the legs back together wherever it's comfortable for you to have your legs. We're going to focus on the upper body a little bit. So this is going to be an arm shoulder stretch. We're going to take the arms in sort of a modified cactus or scarecrow position. So if you're mirroring me, it's going to be your right hand down and palm back, left up as in a little bit of a pledge. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to draw the elbows behind us as much as possible and keep the shoulder blades drawing together, elbows pulled back as we do this. And we're going to take the back palm, so you're right, touch it to the back along the spine as high up as you can comfortably get. Now that might be here, that might be here. We're not going to hold, we're just going to touch. So touch that palm and then take your left and touch it palm to the back of your neck or sliding down the back as much as you can get. Reaching the hands toward each other, they absolutely don't have to touch, but reaching toward each other to the spine. So your right palm is facing out, your left palm is facing toward your neck. Come back, and we'll do that 3 more times on this side. So touch, come back, touch, come back. You might feel like a little pinwheel. Touch, and come back. All right, and then here's the tricky part. Switch your arms. So this time your right hand is up in the pledge, palm facing me, left hand palm facing back. We'll do the first one slow. So you're taking your left, the palm is facing away. You're drawing both elbows back, reaching that as far up the spine as comfortable. Then taking your right hand, reaching it down the spine, palm comes somewhere to the back of your neck, maybe a little bit lower in between your shoulder blades. Reaching the palms toward each other while still drawing the elbows back. Back to this position, and 3 more times simply touching and release. Touch, release, touch, release, touch, release. All right, one more time. This time we're going to take the feet, again, a comfortable spot, sink down to a little bit of a chair, and we'll add the legs into it. This time we'll see if we can do 4 times again, but alternating each side. Might be a little bit more complicated. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, you can start on whatever side you want, starting with left hand up, right down if you're mirroring me. Okay, touch, switch, touch, switch. That's 2. 2 more. Touch, switch, and last one, touch, switch. You can release your chair. Here's where you'll need your block if you're using the block. We'll tape the block between the hands. Make sure you have a little bit of space behind you to step behind. We're going to do a variation on a balanced warrior 1 pose. So hand press between the blocks to start. As you press the hands on the block, we're going to lift the block forward and overhead as we lift the right knee. So make sure the left foot is planted securely in the ground. Take a breath in, lift the block and your right knee. And then as you exhale, step back, step straight back so your feet stay hip width apart. The foot comes out a little bit on an angle, and the block comes down. And then this is our warrior 1. We're going to bend the front knee as we lift the arm overhead. Exhale, we're going to bring the block down as the knee comes straight. And then our next inhale, we'll bend the front knee a little bit so that we start to lean forward into that leg as we bring both the block and the knee back up. And exhale and release. All right, let's try that on the other side, and then we'll go back and do each side a little bit more continuous. So slow first. Inhale, raise the block, raise the left knee, and you might be shaky like I am. Exhale, foot steps back, toes point a little bit out. Your feet are staying about hip width apart as the block comes down. Inhale, bend the front knee into your warrior 1, lifting and pressing the block, so opening using your arms. Exhale back down. Next inhale, leaning a little bit into the front knee, a micro bend as you take the block and the back knee back up. And exhale down. All right, last one each side. We'll do it a little bit more flowing. If you lose your balance, totally okay. Keep pressing the block. That actually helps with stability. All right, ready? Weight strong in the left foot. Your left foot is rooted. As you inhale, raise the right knee comes up, pressing the block. Exhale, step back, leg straight, block down. Inhale, bend the front knee, block up. Exhale, straighten block down. And then here's where we step forward, lean a little bit in the front leg as you Reach the block toward me, bring your knee up. Exhale and down. Last side, root your right leg. Get ready to lift the block as you lift the left knee up. You can see I'm a little more shaky on this side. Exhale, step back, block down. Inhale, bend the front knee, block up, or warrior one. Exhale, down. And then last thing, micro bend. Reach the block, take the knee up, and exhale, down. Wonderful. You can set the block aside. And then the last thing we'll do is just a little gentle arm sway, kind of a little gentle twist. So you can take the feet a little wider again if you like. And we'll just start to shift back and forth, skimming the hands as if you're standing. I like to think of this as a pool of water or the ocean. Skimming the hands along the top of the surface. Looking for a sense of softness or relaxation in my body after I've been moving it around. Kind of feel what that feels like with all those dynamic movements that we did today. Using this as a nice end to this mini break during the day. And then start to slow this down, skimming a little bit more slowly. Your twist comes a little more slower. And eventually, back to center, you can draw your feet together. So that was it. That was your quick daily lunch special, lunchtime, anytime. If you want to try a longer practice, I'll give you a suggestion up here. Of course, you can try other desk yoga practices down here. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see more of, and I will certainly try to accommodate you. Have a great rest of your day.